Hello, welcome to my another part of excretory system. Here we'll discuss about different excretory organ found in invertebrates. In invertebrates, there are several excretory organs like general body surface, phlegm cells, nephridia, Malpighian tubules, green glands. Okay, but protozoans, sponges, and coelentrates, they have no specialized excretory organs, but there is nitrogenous waste, mainly ammonia, which is excreted to outside through the general body surface. So, in case of helminthes, that is the important excretory organ is the phlegm cells. Like annelid, there is also the excretory organ is the nephridia. Malpighian tubules also found in invertebrates like terrestrial arthropods. Green glands or the antennary gland, these are also excretory organ of crustaceans, for example, prawn. So suppose that in case of protozoa, in case of sponges and coelentorates, the general body surface, which is the main excretory organ. Okay. So by the metabolism of protein, the ammonia are produced in these animals and which is excreted or diffused to surrounding water medium through the body surface. So you can say the body surface or the general body surface, this is the main excretory organ of protozoans, sponges and the coelentorates. Now come to the platyhelminthes. For example, in case of planaria, the protonephridia or the phlegm cells, these are the main excretory organs here. Okay, these are known as the phlegm cells. So number of phlegm cells, they are connected to each other by the excretory canals or the tubules. So this is the one phlegm cell here. This is the nucleus. So here a bunch of intracellular cilia are present. Okay. So here these are the pseudopodial projection which is present inside the parenchyma tissues. Okay, inside the parenchyma or inside the body, which actually absorb the nitrogenous waste. It may be urea or it may be ammonia. So these waste matter, the nitrogenous waste which enter into the cell by the beating of cilia. So beating of cilia, which is like a filling of a prickling of a cell. That's why this is known as the phlegm cell. So when it entering into the intracellular space or the tubule of these phlegm cell, which gradually goes down and exit through outside through the excretory wall. Okay, so this is the phlegm cell found in the platyhelminthes phylum. So in case of Nemanthelminthes or in case of roundworms like Ascaris, one of the excretory organ which is known as the renate glands. Okay, this renate cell or the renate glands, which also act as the excretory organ, which is associated with the excretory system of the Ascaris. Okay. In case of Annelida, for example, in earthworm, so different types of nephridia are present. Septal nephridia, these are the pharyngeal nephridia. Okay, so this is the typical structure of one nephridium. Nephridium is nothing but this is the coiled tubules and which has two opening. Inner side, the ciliated funnel or the opening is present, and outside there is the opening of excretory pore. Okay, but in between two, a long elongated tubules which coiled and form this structure. So this is the straight, this is known as the straight lobe, this is the twisted lobe, and upper part, this is the apical lobe. Okay, so these lobe, when this nephrostome which present inside the coelom of the body. So from coelomic fluid, the nitrogenous waste which enter into this nephrostome and it goes or it travel throughout the tubules. So with the traveling, the cilia which present inside the tubule which absorb some of the important materials and other waste matter which is releasing outside through the pore. So this is the one of the nephridium structure. So this nephridia which present in the annelids. Okay, in case of Nereis, in case of earthworm, the nephridia are the main excretory organ. In case of arthropods, also green glands is the important excretory organ, which also known as the antennary gland. So in case of prawn, this is the green gland which present at the base of the antenna, known as the green gland or the antennary gland in case of prawn, and coxal gland in case of peripatus. Both are the same actually. These are both are the same. Okay, but Malpighian tubules, which is present in the foregut and the midgut. The number of tubular structure which attach to in between the foregut and the midgut, about more than 100 number of tubular structures are present and which hanging into the xylem, but it opens into the alimentary canal. So it absorbs the waste matter and which release into the alimentary canal. These are known as the Malpighian tubules. So Malpighian tubules in cockroach, these are the excretory organ. Now come to the mollusca. In case of mollusca, large kidney or the renal organ, or which also known as the organ of Bos anus in phyla. And another is the Caber's gland, which present in unio in front of the cardiac chamber. So these are also important excretory organ of the mollusca. Like echinodermata, also the body surface which act as the main excretory organs, but here tube feet. So these are the tube feet, okay. And on the surface of the body there is the papulae. So papulae also here excrete some of the nitrogenous waste. So this body surface or papulae or the tube feet which act as the excretory organ in echinoderm. Now come to the hemichordata. Hemichordata, in between proboscis and colar, there is the gland, and this gland is known as the glomerulus. Okay, this glomerulus which collect the nitrogenous waste from the coelomic fluid, okay, and exit to outside. That's why this glomerulus or proboscis gland which act as the excretory organ in case of balanoglossus. So these are the important excretory organs of different phylum, and these are the different mode of excretion. These are the examples. You have to remember some of these. In case of protozoa, contractile vacuole also releasing some of the nitrogenous waste. So you can say the contractile vacuole or the body surface which act as the excretory organ in protozoans. In case of Porifera coelenterata, these are the mainly amnotelic releasing the ammonia. Platyhelminthes, the flame cell or the solenocyte cell, also known as solenocyte cell, or you also can say the protonephridial system. Okay. So protonephridia are the flame cell, the main excretory organ of Platyhelminthes releasing ammonia. That's why these are known as the amnotelic. In nematoda, H-shaped excretory organ present or venate cell in Ascaris. Okay, and these are mainly also amnotelic. In case of earthworm or the perithema, these are the amnotelic. The nephridia also main important excretory organ. In case of arthropods, the Malpighian tubules. In case of cockroach, the antennary gland or the green gland in prawn, and in case of coxal gland in case of spider. So these are the different excretory organ, they releasing uric acid. That's why these are the uricotelic. The arthropods, mainly terrestrial arthropods, these are the releasing the uric acid. That's why these are known as the uricotelic. And in case of mollusk also, the organ of Bos anus, Caber's gland, renal organ, renal sac, these are the different excretory organ. Okay. In echinoderm also, which is exclusively marine, that's why these are mainly the amnotelic. Amnotelic means releasing ammonia. And here the dermal branchiae or the primitive gills, tube feet, body surface which excrete the nitrogenous waste. In case of hemichordata, glomerulus or the proboscis gland, which releasing the ammonia. That's why these are also amnotelic. Okay. In case of urochordata, neural gland at the or the nephrocyte also releasing the uric acid and the xanthine. Cephalochordata, there are the different excretory organs like protonephridia, solenocyte, brown funnel, renal papillae, and so these are the different organs of excretory releasing the ammonia. Okay. So, but don't afraid all these names. You have to remember these are the important thing. You have to remember these terms mainly for the higher secondary students. In case of Protozoa porifera coelenterata in phylum, the general body surface is the main excretory organ. In case of Helminthes, flame cell, protonephridia and the rennet cell, these are the main excretory organ. In case of Annelida, nephridia is the main excretory organ. In case of arthropods, green gland or the antennary gland or Malpighian tubules, coxar gland, these are the most important excretory organ of arthropods. You have to remember mainly the arthropods. Okay, like in case of mollusca, organ of Buzanus or Kevor's gland, these are also excretory organ. And in echinoderm, body surface, in hemichordata, glomerulus or proboscis gland, these are the main excretory organs of the invertebrates. You have to remember all these names. Okay, so thank you for watching.